Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to take a look at Coolieza, so another EZA on our Fusions EZAs that just dropped on Global. This Coolieza is the only one I don't have rainbowed. I've actually just been really unlucky with him. Mine is only at 90%. So funny thing happened. I do have a short video on this on my channel if you haven't seen it already, but there is that Fusion side banner, and I did 130 stone multi just because there's like a really good chance I could pull this guy because it's guaranteed featured, right? So I went in on the 30 stones to try and get this guy, and I ended up with an LR. Not only was it an LR, it was an LR I didn't have. So I got the LR Gohan and Krillin that just came from the Planet Namek Saga. So that was pretty cool. But my Coolieza is still at 90%, but definitely not worth chasing for one copy. He could just come to me randomly off banner anyways. So we'll try him out 90%. He's going to be just fine. So let's go ahead and take a look at his passive, and then we'll look at the team build and then jump into the showcase. So Coolieza, I think, is going to be looking pretty good, actually. So his super attack effect is insane. He greatly raises attack, raises defense, and causes supreme damage to enemies. So he's greatly raising attack, which I believe is a 50% raise, and then raises defense, I think, is a 30% raise. And they're infinite. It's an infinite stack. So I could be wrong on the percentages, but he's infinitely stacking, and he's stacking his attack more than his defense. But the defense stacking is what we're really going to be looking for here, right? Then his passive, he gets attack and defense 120 while performing a super, so supports will greatly help him out. He has a high chance of launching an additional super just right out the gate, right? Chance of performing a critical hit plus 10% with each super attack performed up to 30. So because he's got built-in crits and he's a stacking unit, I went all in on additionals on this guy because he's going to be building up to a decent amount of crit chance anyways. And then Fusion or Wicked Bloodline category extreme class allies attack and defense 30%. So on top of like being a stacker that's going to get to like really good numbers, he's a support unit. So this guy's kind of crazy good. Like he's going to be like Weirus, where he's going to be really powerful and he's going to be good on his teams. Yeah, he's I don't know, on paper this guy looks insane to me. So this has just been a very, very good batch, and this guy probably has the best category set out of all of these fusions, because he's got Wicked Bloodline. So all of them have fusion and crossover, but he's got Wicked Bloodline, Terrifying Conquerors, and Transformation Boost. So that's a really nice set of like some good solid teams that you're actually going to run, and I think he can help you on those teams. So we are running the Transformation Boost Terrifying Conquerors team. I'm going to run him on rotation with Prime Battle Frieza because they share, I believe, 5 links together. And then we're going to have Kid Boost supporting, we're going to have Metal Cooler supporting, and we're going to have Toa supporting. So that'll kind of be the plan on this team build. So we're actually going to have the rotation right away on rotation 2. So we'll go ahead and just attack through with this rotation as is and get to it. But I'll tell you this, guys, this is I've been playing Dragon Ball Z Desert Battle for like the past week or so here. It's been pretty dead on Global. The last update with the first batch of Fusions EZAs, like, it wasn't nearly as exciting. Those EZAs actually aren't that good. But this batch is really exciting because they're all actually really, really good in their own right, in their own way. Like, other than Chowman, like, I could see an argument for any of these other 4 being like the best of the batch. Like, they're all super good. Chowman is also really good, but you're just not going to use him as much, right? And he's got a more limited role. But yeah, we've got a pretty nice setup here. We're getting 5 out of 7 links. So 85k defense starter turn isn't the craziest, but remember, he's getting defense on super, right? He's getting 120% on super. So that being said, he's going to be at like around 200-ish K defense, and he's going to be stacking. I think because he's getting all that defense on super, though, his actual like starter turn defense is going to stack kind of slow, I think, because it's got a lower base. We'll see. But I think his defense will stack kind of slow, but because we're getting that 120 on super, so like this is going to hurt. Like, he needs the super first. Okay, so 3 mil. 3 mil turn 1 without any stacking is actually pretty good. Granted, we did have Kid Boost supporting there, so it probably made him look a little bit better, but like, I don't know. This Coolieza is looking pretty good to me. I'm sure we'll have a fun little cooler rotation here. Why not? And then we'll take this transform cooler and just let him go to town on this 8. I would not be surprised if he just like takes out this AGL Goku because he has guaranteed crits here. STR Cooler transformed is still pretty good. He's going to take some damage here if he gets super for sure. Like he's lacking defense, but I still love him as a leader. Yeah, 4.81 guaranteed crit. He's looking like Super Vegeta right here, basically. The only difference is this guy's like, what, 3 years old now? Super Vegeta just came out. Yeah, this Cooler's pretty darn good. He's going to be a pretty long ways away from an Easy A, I would think. But boy, when this guy gets an Easy A, he's going to be back to being like my favorite leader in the game again. He's so good. I still use him today, right? And he's like pretty old at this point. He's aged very well. All right, so right here, yeah, we're going to be getting 6 out of 7 links here. We're only missing Fuse Fighter. And keep in mind that this Coolieza is very lowly link leveled. He's definitely a unit I'm going to link level. So yeah, we went up to 92k defense. So the start of turn defense does stack kind of slow because it's a lower base. But remember, we're getting 120% on super, right? Plus the additional stack that we're getting off the super attack effect. So it's going to keep going up and it's going to be looking good, right? So yeah, we won't go too crazy with Prime Battle Frieza. Coolieza will grab that. And Toa's going to grab that. All right. So I do think, to me, that's what would make like Janembu edge this guy out, is just that Janembu stacking defense a lot more quickly. But I don't know, this Coolieza is really good. The thing with Janembu though that's going to make him better, please don't take this Goku out. Okay, jeez, Frieza. The thing that's going to make Janembu better is Janemba can be used in slot 1, whereas this Coolieza probably not. So yeah, 3.2. So once again, like, starting at 3 mil as a base attack stat, and then we're just going to keep growing that throughout the fight, I think is actually pretty good. So if you run this Coolieza on rotation, I mean, you could run Coolieza as a floater too, just like as a support, but the fact that he's got support in his kit is actually really good. All right, here's another AGL Goku for this Strength Cooler to annihilate, like does not care about type disadvantage. Obviously, if he gets supered, it's going to hurt, right? But he didn't take anything from a normal. Yeah, 5.6. And then we'll just double crit this guy out of here probably. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, only a normal there. But then we get the super on the end. So yeah, Strength Cooler is just a beast, man. I wouldn't say he's underrated because I think people know how ridiculous he is. I just think people might overlook him in today's meta and just think that he's old and not usable when that's totally not the case. Like you can definitely get some use out of him. He isn't defensively, like you're not going to bring him into like Ultimate Red Zone, right? Like he can't compete in there, but like I think Legendary GT Goku event, you can bring him in because he's going to beat that Goku down so hard and fast that sometimes the best defense is a good offense, right? Okay, so 114k starter turn defense. Now we're starting to look pretty good here because once again, getting 120% on super plus his other stacks. So he's going to be well over 200 into maybe almost 300k defense after supering. So like slot 2 is a really good spot for him, right? And right now, yeah, we're getting 6 out of 7 links again. And once again, not close to fully link leveled. So he's leaving stats on the table if we fully link level him. I am going to get him on my link level team soon. I think I got 1 unit in front of him I want to do, and then he's going to go on next. And then if I do full level 10 link him, hopefully by then I have him rainbowed and I can do like a max link showcase. I am planning to get one out on Celza though, because Celza's got big bad bosses. So I was really liking how Celza was looking. Like all these units are actually really good. Like I'm pretty darn impressed. Yeah, 3.2. So even though he greatly, like I always feel this too with units that stack attack, like you just don't see it as much as you do the defense. So yeah, he's up to 3.5 now. So these are decent attack stats, right? And he could triple super. But even though his defense stacking is like way less, we're noticing the defense more, I would say. Attack stacking is just always really slow. I'm not sure why it works out that way. But yeah, it's pretty slow. The only one I would say like stacks really fast is like in third form Frieza. Third form Frieza, his attack gets pretty nasty pretty quick. But otherwise, it seems like it does go kind of slow here. And sure, Strength Cooler, finish this Goku off. Why not? This Strength Cooler is finishing off like every rotation of the Goku. He just annihilates, right? But yeah, Coolieza's looking pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited and happy because I do like the Wicked Bloodline team or like the units on it. I don't specifically run the Wicked Bloodline leader. But dude, when AGL Cooler gets an Easy A, which he literally could Easy at any point now, I feel like we're in that range of like category leads that like he could drop at any time, and I wouldn't be surprised. AGL Metal Cooler could be a really fun leader, and I would love running that Wicked Bloodline team. I hope that his EZA comes late enough that they potentially would make him like a 180 leader. I think that would be really cool. Who knows? They'll probably leave that just to like the Dokkan Fest LRs though, because that's what the third year units got. All right, so Coolieza in slot 1 will probably get us hurt, but I don't know. Now he's at 154k start a turn and getting 120%. Now we're at the point where, like, after supering, he's actually looking really good. Let's just put him in harm's way here. I don't think he would get us insta-killed, especially I kind of hope I get supered after I super. I would love to see him tank a super here. Okay, so 10k normals. Okay, this is good. All right, so 4 mil. So now we're getting up there a little bit. I want to get supered here. See if we can tank type disadvantage. And then the double 4 mil. So when this guy starts double and triple supering, like, yeah, he's, oh my gosh. So we just got a triple defense stack on this too. And he's approaching 5 mil. So when he's multi-supering, like, his stacking is actually coming in like crazy. His attack actually did shoot up pretty fast now. It's just when you're getting that like 1 super per turn, then it seems pretty slow. But that's why I think additional is really good on this guy. This Coolieza legit, and remember, mine's 90%. So we're leaving stats on the table in links and having that last dupe, right? I'm very impressed. Very, very happy with these Fusions EZAs. And honestly, these were like needed units because the Fusions team in general, like, hasn't actually gotten a ton of updates. So they actually kind of needed some updates. And then the other thing too is that there aren't a lot of extreme fusion units in general. So this was a great way, like with this collab, to get some extreme class fusions in case they ever want to do like an extreme fusions leader, which maybe with like Dragon Ball Heroes or something, they could do something like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like Merge Zamasu, like, they should be a fusions unit. Although I think Merge Zamasu fits into like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's category. I don't remember the name of it, but it basically it's like the Fuse Fighters from Legends, right? So let's say they come out with an extreme unit like Merge Zamasu that has that category. Now you've got all of these fusions category characters that would be fitting on that team that you could run an extreme fusions team. So that's actually really exciting. Okay, so what do we got here? So yeah, 183k defense with 120 on super plus whatever we're stacking on our supers. So now let's put him in slot 1 and let's hope UI Goku just cranks out a super right away. I actually should have brought a scouter. That actually would have been a decent idea to bring a scouter to this, but that's okay. And with the strength cooler on the other rotation, we're actually like going through this event very quickly. Yeah, 4.4 mil now. So now the attack is really stacking good. Yeah, 4.6. If we triple super, we're going to be near 5 mil. Triple super, yeah, 4.89. Dude, Coolieza is showing off here. Just taking out the strength UI Goku. Man, these units are so good. And so here's the thing. A lot of people probably won't say this, but I said this before in a different video. But that little side banner, yeah, I did 30 stones and got an LR and got super lucky. But I actually would recommend like some players pull on that depending on your situation because it's only 5 featured units. They're all really good because it's all the new EZA units. Hold on. I kind of don't want to insta-die here. Let me do King Yema. Because we know that what Kid Boo's going to do. Well, Kid Buu, even type advantage, could die on a super, right? But, like, dude, it's guaranteed featured, and it's only 5 units on the banner. So if you did, like, just the discount multis, like the 330 stone multis, you're going to spend 100 stones, or 90 stones, and probably get, like, what, 3 to 6 of these awesome fusions units. So you're going to get some with dupes, maybe get a copy of each one, something crazy. And if you take the time to EZA them, they are legitimately really good. So if you've got stones you want to spend, I would actually recommend it more than like that legendary summon banner, like the double rates banner. I would do it over that. These units are so good, and like they're such. It's kind of like the same rationale with why you should draw on the Dragon Ball Heroes banners, because they're like really unique units, and that just when you get guaranteed SSR, like you can't get shafted, right? Unless you draw like all Chowmans and nothing else. And Chowman isn't bad, but it's like that's not the ideal unit you want for like doing other content, right? But yeah, like odds are you go in on there, you're going to get something decent. Now, I'm not saying go in and try to rainbow them all, because the other thing you have to keep in mind, these fusions units are on every single banner, right? It's just they're very hard to pull. Like you're not going to get them very quickly. So if you actually want, like if you don't have them and you want a singular copy, I don't think it's a bad idea to go in for your first copy, right? And look at Coolieza now, 200, about 250k defense. He's getting 120% on super. So at this point, he's over 500k defense, maybe 600k defense after supering. He's literally untouchable right now after supering. So we'll put him against UI Goku without an item. We'll see, and we're going to get a Dokkan attack off. So let's see what happens. I kind of hope UI Goku supers after we do. Even if we get supered beforehand, we're not going to take a ton of damage at 250k defense. Like, his defense right now after supering is like competitive for like Ultimate Red Zone. Like, he's going to be there. So we got a 5 mil attack stat on the Dokkan attack. We're getting the big super, a ton of damage, double supering 5.3. Dude, Coolieza is cooking, man, for long events. Cool, and he's supporting. Dude, like, seriously. Coolieza, Celza, Janembu, like, all of these. Weirus, for those 4, I could argue any of those being the best of the batch. They all have, like, super good pros to them. Like, they're so good. Like, these are legitimately, like, some of the best banner unit EZAs in the game. Like, I think before this, people would say, like, yeah, Physical Kefla may be best EZA in the game for, like, banner units. I don't even care that we died there. Whatever. Coolieza was crazy. That was basically going to be his last turn anyways. But, like, people were saying, yeah, maybe Kefla's best banner unit EZA, right? Or maybe these new androids that just came out, best banner units. Well, these fusion units are in that discussion. Like, Janembu might be the best one, but you could argue, like, any of these. They're so good, you guys. So anyways, let me know what you think of these fusions EZAs. I think they're amazing, obviously. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all in the next one.